Now let's be honest, whenever I think of the Shinsengumi, I always wonder, well, first of all, when the first lawsuits come in for the destruction of property, but second, when there's going to be a vast loss of life. Looks like we're seeing it now. With the internal power struggle seemingly turned on its head, who's going to come out victorious? Gintama has a way of sometimes giving us those melancholic endings. Hopefully this isn't the case for this arc. I feel like there can be a lot more done with the characters here. But one way to find out. Using his last few moments of clarity to rouse the men further. And if not to raise the morale, to scare them shitless of the Vice Commander. Now, I did actually take a day break from recording the last one to this one. So this bit of retelling the story would have probably been too much if I hadn't. As much as I dislike mayonnaise, I now want to look for a lighter that's shaped like a mayonnaise bottle. And he did manage to unsheathe the sword, despite it being occupied by the spirit of someone monumentally lazy. Well, lazy might be the wrong word, but I can't remember if I said it in the previous one, but it takes a hell of a spirit to overcome oneself. There have been a few times where I have changed my usual habits and done something out of the ordinary for me, and usually in those times I've achieved something quite good. Although it would be incredibly difficult to have that kind of attitude the entirety of the time. And how long before Kyubey and that dojo get brought back into the fight? I do like having the lyrics in both, well, it's the standard Japanese, Romanji, and then the English translation. Is this Itai going to break a fundamental rule and suffer the consequences? Well, other than, trying to assassinate the commander. Wow, Kentucky turning down money? No. Why not both? Both good. You can't really complain about the music of their souls at the minute. Oh yeah, why are you still driving on the train tracks? I was about to say it's a time for him to make a reappearance. He's earned a rest, to be fair. He wants the position, but doesn't he want? He wants it in. He wants to get it in the right manner. Can you not stand on him? Yeah. Yeah, that car's gonna get flat packed. Did Kagura get out? Would you really be standing that close? I'm guessing there's going to be a sword or something going through it soon enough. I have we actually seen that music dude properly in action before? He's been like just standing in the background character or just giving some speech about music. Well, Gintoki goes by his own rhythm, so suitable. He's not really. Yeah, I was about to say that you got to be careful with those that you take on board. horn. I guess by ridding themselves of the Shinsengumi by doing this. They've eliminated a powerful enemy, haven't they? By causing this rift. Kinda clever. Oh. Of course, when there is some big uprising and distrust among fellows, he's gonna raise his head. I kind of understand the feeling of wanting to be remembered, but doing so in such a manner, something I can't get on board with. Get it? Because they were on a train. I'm sorry. Yeah, look down on him. A rival, a friend. Moonstruck lover, perhaps. Slightly too early to be making such announcements. So whose arm was that? It's kind of like how all throughout history, and probably even now, powerful parties are using those that they seem useful and tossing them aside. When it could implicate them. Well, why would they use such an inaccurate gun? They're just in a helicopter, there's not much they can do other than just use lots and lots of ammo. Well done. So, like we've seen many times, psychological issues stem from early childhood. At least it didn't break his glasses. I like how everything is very... Yeah, they probably would start to dislike him if he overpowered all of them. But yeah, it's all faded out other than these few leaves which float around. Yeah, great speech. Yeah, even if it was a mistake of not act, she didn't want to say it. It's just in the because she's stressed out. It's can't people control themselves? Even especially when speaking about their own kin. Oh, his own hand grabbed him. He's always treating him with kindness. He's not going to stop now. That's the man Kondo is. Hmm. He 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 both does and doesn't have the caliber to be a general. Because Kondo can really bring his men together. At least it was his left arm. That's a very dangerous way of thinking. I think we've actually seen that. I mean, it's fine to think that kind of way as long as you don't start bringing other people into your delusion. What was his words? All he needed was a friendly face. There's, as much as you want to deny it, I don't believe there's a single person who would say that they didn't want something similar to that. That was a surprisingly good strike. I thought he'd cut out the rotors themselves, not just the entire rotor block. But is he going to be able to atone, considering he's just wiped out half the Shinsengumi, if not more? Long live the king. Let go. But even if they... it's going to be hard to have that level of trust now, since he's done something like this. But still, the Shinsengumi do need a strategist. Like, severely. What kind of sword style was that? And being so utterly unpredictable that Gintoki is. Is he bringing him along with... Yeah. Guitar strings. To use an instrument as part of his ensemble and weaponry. Nice. Yeah, they're not going to give up that easily. I mean, they're not going to be paid for being the main characters if they die. Just through sheer strength of will. I wouldn't be surprised if most, like 90% of Gintoki's body is made up of scar tissue at this point. So did he do that whole put himself in front of the danger routine now that we've made amends? He didn't really need to do that. He could have just lied down as well. He'd still be in front of them. If he's not going to move out the way, he'll take him to the helicopter. Wow, another part. Wow. But now that the majority of the fighting is done, it's either going to now be the whole recuperation period, and you gotta work back the trust that you destroyed, or it's the attending Ito's funeral scene. And I was going to say, why don't the Shinsengumi themselves have helicopters equipped with, like, weaponry like that? But I don't think giving them more access to destruction is a good idea. Great. The fighting's not over! And we're getting some flashbacks of scenes past. Well, not that we've seen, but Kentucky's past. Really, Ginpan Sensei, right now? Good. I was going to say this isn't the time for his interjections. And has an arc covered the entirety of 1 week's Gintama on the channel? I'm not sure it has. This will be a first, I believe. Quite nice. So, if you are enjoying it and want to see more, make sure to turn on notifications and subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment down below and leave a like as well, then that's definitely appreciated. And I've seen enough of those kind of dumb action movies growing up to know that those enemy-turned-ally self-sacrifice moments are all too common. And especially if you're raising as many flags as they did in this episode, no one's going to get out of it unscathed. But I know you're looking forward to the finale. So, refill your drinks, get some more snacks, and I'll see you there. Once again, I want to thank my patrons because they are the terrible backstory guiding me towards the future of my channel. So, to Florida Taku, Sal, Raywin, Aegis TR, Denim 1997, Aisha M, Shiwan, and everyone else. I really do hope I come out of this stronger than ever. And maybe not trying to overthrow an organisation. Only time will tell.